One of Ireland's most important fencing competitions, the East of Ireland Championships, held at UCD Belfield, this year attracted fencers from Ireland, England, Germany, Holland, Sweden, Hungary and France. Missing from the fray, however, was Ireland's top fencer, Siobhan Byrne, last seen in action at the Beijing Olympics. She's based in the USA and is currently preparing for the 2009 World Cup season.
Siobhan represented us in Beijing. We were absolutely thrilled that we had a fencer there for the first time in 16 years. She's currently heading towards London 2012, and in 2 weeks' time she takes part in her first A-grade competition in Madrid.
Despite the absence of Byrne and a number of other Irish internationals, a quality field assembled for the tournament, with fencers competing in all three disciplines of the sport.
The three weapons are sabre, épée and foil. I'll start with foil. It's a point weapon, which means that when you hit the target, you use the point of the weapon. The target area is the torso, so from the neck down to the waist. Épée is similar in that it is also a point weapon, but the full body is target area. So you can hit on the head, you can hit on the toe, you can hit on the wrist or anywhere. And then sabre is very different because you can use the edge of the blade. It's a slashing and cutting weapon as well as using the point. And the target area is everything from the waist up, so arms and head and torso.
The first event to be decided was the men's épée. In a thrilling all-French final, Eric Profit defeated his former fencing master Yves Carnec by 15 points to 14.
French fencing is, I would say, one of the best in the world. Irish fencing, for such a small country, I would say it's quite good.
The women's foil final, meanwhile, was won by Germany's Linda Schulze, defeating Northern Ireland's Irma Hendry. The highlight of the day, however, was a spectacular final in the men's sabre competition. This featured home favourite Stephen Concannon of UCD facing his international teammate David Downey. We joined the bout with Downey well ahead, leading by 11 points to 5. Commentator John Badger-Hayes takes up the story.
Thanks, Shane. It would appear that Downey is rather running away with this. It's hard to see how Concannon come back. Downey goes further ahead now, leading 12-5, 3 to go. But Concannon does put up some resistance, launches that attack, which unfortunately for him is met, and the riposte is good, making the score now 13-5. Now Concannon, coming in with the attack, does land successfully, reducing that deficit. Again, they come together, but before Downey can launch the attack, Concannon comes in with a quick stop it and brings the score to 13-7. Again, the same thing, as Downey prepares his attack. In fact, Concannon is the first to move and registers a hit. 13-8. Is there a sign of panic here from Downey? He's not doing anything. Concannon launches the attack and is successful. 13-9. Again, before Downey can formalise the attack, the real attack comes from Concannon and he scores. It is getting much closer now. This time, Downey's attack is parried and the riposte is good. Now 13-11, much closer. Where does Downey go from here? Again, he prepares, and he attacks but fails. Concannon comes back, and he launches the attack, into which the counter-attack is out of time. The score is now 12-13. This is some comeback by Concannon. Are we about to see a real upset? Downey ranked 1, now being caught by Concannon ranked 4. 13 all. What a comeback. Again, in desperation, Downey tries to launch an attack. The attack is met and the riposte is successful. 14-13. Are we about to see a huge upset? Again, the final riposte by Stephen Concannon, and with it, he wins the East of Ireland Championship by a score of 15-13.
My first senior open, it's immense. I've lost too many finals now at this point. I've lost count. It's massive. It's absolutely huge for me to do it.
You're an Irish international. What are your plans for the rest of the year with Ireland and on your own?
With Ireland, I just love to see later in September, come the Five Nations, that we can challenge England, Wales, Scotland, Northern Ireland, really put a good match up to them. Personally, I want to make the European Championships this year. I was wondering when I was going to pick up the performance. This hopefully is it. Hopefully I'll go from here.
Well, sport online, on demand on RTE.ie.